Hello, welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my garage. Now, I may not have escaped your attention, I've added a 250 to the garage, to the collection, and at my main home here, the 250 has just arrived. It's tucked away behind me, but we've got some updates with the garage, so let me go and show you how I'm storing this car, because I've had a little bit of grief about it, and that's all about to change. So, let's get this open and get on with the video. So we've got a pretty subdued affair here. Doesn't look like much on the outside. At the moment it isn't really. We've got the M3 languishing outside on charge. We've got outdoor chargers here. We've got the M3 down the side here. Not great. That just sits there like so. But open her up. We've got a 250 shape there. It's so bright today, it's just, every time I go to film anything, it's just always painful. And we've got an SLS shaped thingy there as well. So far, sort of so good with the three of them here. On the drive then, we've got the Tesla. We've also got the Defender and the Brabus 4x4 squared, which is actually just under a cover. Of course, we've got IntelliPost here, completely wireless and controlled via app. Very simple install, takes about an hour to install each of these posts, and they're installed nationwide. If I remember, I'll leave the link to them below, but absolutely key. I haven't been using it at all. Fresh as a daisy under there, lovely stuff. And again, we've got outdoor electricity because we're on charge here as well. All quite smart. We do, down the side of the house, have a gap. There is a gap. Some of you who pay attention to my videos will know what was there, and there's a video coming on that, why there is a space there. But this is going to be turned into a garage. We've got Greenwood by Design coming to do an oak beamed garage thingy there, and a proper fence and whatnot, because that goes through into the back garden. But for now, that is just an empty spot. Let's head back over there. I'm keen not to show too much of the house. We've got Italy's water. Look at that. And we've got the new edition, going to be slightly less vigorous with the tugging of the cover there. Under here, we've got the 250. Now, you're going to be saying, TG, you've got a Ferrari 250. Why is it in such a hellhole? And I did get some comments before when I revealed this thing, and actually put on my Instagram recently a picture of this car in here. You will see that this garage is not great. I mean, from the outside, it's absolutely fine. It's got a really good roof, with a bit of moss on it, but it's got a very good roof on it. But the previous owners of the house did not bother to do anything with the inside. It is just a sectional concrete garage. The roof is decent. There is no insulation in here, and it's just sectional concrete slabs. Now, these are very common, these garages. Bike graveyard over there. Got boxes everywhere. It's all going to get sorted out in here. You'll see it is just sections, not ideal. And that's not ideal for a number of reasons, because these do let in moisture. They're not even remotely heat insulated, and there is moisture that comes through concrete. Concrete is very porous, and it does get damp in these types of garages, which poses an issue when you have a 50s Ferrari in your garage. So there are some things that I'm doing in the meantime. I've got the work planned. The work is planned. It's starting next week. At the point at which I'm filming this, it is starting next week. So what we're going to do, let's go and have a little look. This is all going to be insulated. So you can see this kind of ridges here. There's going to be insulation put in there. This is going to be built out. So we are going to get insulated. And the floor as well is just crap. It's just sort of concrete, basic, it's basically just concrete, unfinished. It's just left like that. There's no quartz on it, there's nothing, there's no resin. It's literally just sort of porous concrete. So that does get cold, it does get damp, it's not ideal. So we're going to get some vented flooring on there as well. I think from Garage Transforms, they're going to sort that flooring out for me. That kind of vented rubber checker stuff is going on there as well, which allows the concrete underneath to breathe, but also just helps. Now, you'll also notice we've got basically our own version of Currys in here with all these appliances. We've got dehumidifier in here because I want to keep it dry in here. This thing cannot sit in a damp environment. Yes, this garage does let damp in it, but these are great pieces of kit. So I actually just got this online, next day delivery, lovely stuff. But this has become one of my favorite gadgets. This reading here will tell you the relative humidity in the air. Classic cars, you want to be keeping them at sort of 40 to 55 relative humidity, depending where you look. Oh, that's going up. Panic stations. Anything below 60 you're not going to see any rust. Okay, so below 60 relative humidity, you're not going to see any rust. You can actually change it here. I've got it set at 45 at the moment, but it's a very, very cool piece of kit. You can have it on a hose that just drains out. I just come and empty it every other day or so and just leave it on. It will turn itself off when it gets to the desired humidity level. Very, very boring, but if you've got a car, it's super, super key to keep it nice and dry. I mean, even for the SLS, to be honest, there are pieces on this car that will corrode, and it's not the best idea in the world to let it sit in a damp environment, because you do get mold as well. With damp, you do get mold, so it's not just rust. But anyway, we're kicking it around just below 50. We're very happy with that. We've also, for the time being as well, got a couple of oil heaters on thermostats. Got one on this side and one over there as well. But this is on a thermostat as well. You can put it on a timer and it'll just come on and off and keep the temperature in here at about 15 degrees, okay? So it's not warm. And we've got this sort of setup running in the Cotswolds as well with the Carrera GT and the 997 RS. I'm a little bit less worried about them. They're not prone to disintegrating with a little bit of damp. And the garage over there is sorted obviously as well, so a little less damp in there. But stuff like this chrome, you don't want that getting damp. That is not great. By the way, new number plate. I told you I'd get one. This is the new plate for the car. I need to drill some holes in it and stick it on and get it all registered, but this is the new plate that will be going on the 250. I thought I may as well go a little bit overboard on the plate. What do you think of that? And shout out to the chap that sold me this. He actually bought it from DVLA auction, and I was watching the auction at the time and I didn't really have the funds to go for it, but I've just bought it off him, so very happy with that. And I can run black and silver plates on this car legally. Not only that, but these also don't get picked up by ULEZ or congestion charge cameras. There we go, you heard it here first. Not that I would encourage you to swindle Sadiq Khan out of some money, but there we go. That will be going on the car very soon. And down on this side then, see the floor here, not great at all. We're going to be sorting all that out. And we've got another dehumidifier here as well, sitting on 47. Lovely, lovely stuff. That's actually off at the moment. Got that one to set to 50. And also over here, clever little gadget. I can see on the cameras in here, I can read this off the screen, so I can actually keep an eye on the temperature in here and the humidity setting. In time, I'm going to have stuff set up on my phone so I can check it all and I can turn everything on and off on my phone. But for the time being, these are about £3 off Amazon, these little things. Very, very smart, and I can just keep my eye on the humidity level in here in case something breaks, whatever. Another key thing to have in garages is a fan as well. Ventilation, keep the air moving round, otherwise again you will get mold, you will get damp. So come in here and get the fan on every now and again and just blow some air around and keep all the air moving in here. Again, in time, in the roof I will be installing one of those wind ventilation things that make sure that air does keep moving in here. I've also got my bike from when I was a kid. Who was into their bikes? Anyone into their bikes? Anyone rate this? I literally haven't ridden it in about 20 odd years. Anyone into their bikes though will know that is a pretty serious setup. I've had some big old shunts on this thing, serious shunts. Very cool though. I'm gonna get it working at some point. But at the moment we've got a bit of a graveyard of boxes and whatnot in here. It's not really the setup you would expect. Some horrible little tacky signs, shouldn't be rude. These were given to me by a friend for Christmas. Thank you very much for that. Probably not watching, but there we go. The plan then as well will be doing full insulation on the roof as well. So this will all be insulated, and I'll probably just get some better lighting because these strip lights are crap, to tell you the truth. They're absolute crap. It's like lighting a candle here at night. It's really, really bad. I want to get some nice lighting on the cars. Not a bad little setup for the time being. And as I said before, the guys at Greenwood by Design are going to be doing an extension on here. That is going to be all boxed in over here, and we're going to get black cladding on the outside of the garage as well. So this is all going to look like the same building. It's not going to be opened out from within, and that there becoming an internal wall will also ensure the damp inside there is minimized, but that will be enclosed as well. So we'll have black cladding on the outside of all three, and from the front it will look like the same building, but obviously it won't be because I'm kind of doing it on the cheap. It's a bit of a dump down the side there as well, but plenty of space. The M3 is not a particularly small car. The plan will probably be when the 912 comes back, the 912 will probably live there. It's quite a small space. We'll keep the 912 there, we'll leave the 250 there, and the SLS will live there, but it will all be looking completely different. I will be getting it painted inside. I'll probably go for a little dark green affair in there. Get some nice mirrors, some nice lighting. It'll be really, really cool. And this, you will not recognize it when it's done. So the work kicks off next week. So stay tuned because the man cave is happening. I'm not allowed to say man cave now, am I? Gender neutral cave of any gender or anything. Everything's okay. I don't know. I don't want to get cancelled. I also, for now, think it's quite cool, kind of where it all really started versus where it's ended up. I think it's pretty cool to have these two together. They're so completely different, but quite a sense of achievement having these two together like that. Of course, we've got the Cotswolds with the RS and the CGT in it as well, but this is where I spend a lot of my time, the main home, so I'm going to go absolutely overboard on this place. Thank you very much for watching anyway. I hope you're all well. I hope you had a good new year, and I'll see you all very soon. Do subscribe and make sure you stay tuned for the build series as this work finally kicks off. Ciao.